Hello, welcome to Morning Coffee with Maddog Merv, and today, well, I'm sporting some new coffee, and lots of fun stuff has been going on. Let's get right to it. Let's see what's going on the channel, shall we? Welcome to Morning Coffee, Maddog Merv. Today,
got our French roast this morning again. I wonder if I'm a big fat guy. I mean, holy cow. I always had a schmear.
he's probably going for bagels. He's trying to steal.
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it.
I have no clue.
And I got a bunch of chores to do. Oh, who wants to do that?
So for today's shout out, it's just the coolness factor of a certain channel called Mavrik's Paint. Mavrik. What's with the K? I don't think there's a CK. Anyway, Mavrik's Paint. Wow. He does a lot of OSL. That's that source lighting on miniatures that I want to learn how to do. His projects are amazing. I'm trying to study them to see if I can get better at what I'm doing. But if you want to check out some really cool miniatures, check out Mavrik's Paint. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. I know that I did. I had a son who got me this. Black Rifle Coffee Company Blackbeard's Delight. So that's what I'm drinking this morning, is some Blackbeard's Delight in my pirate mug. It's actually pretty darn good. So, well, let's see. This last week, we made Buzz Lightyear out of a Space Marine. My son had found on, I think, a Reddit somewhere, he had found this picture of somebody had done an army of Buzz Lightyears and thought it was pretty funny. And of course, my mind went bing. So I had to. It took about 2 hours. Was pretty straightforward to paint him because of the way I painted him. Not too many colors. Mainly it was just finding that body, that figure, which, you know, I have some weird little figures that were once toys, or parts of toys that the grandkids would throw out, get rid of, whatever. They'd break. I've got a Shaggy and a Scooby-Doo in 25th scale here somewhere. And I got all sorts of weird stuff. Anyway, I saw this figure that I had stashed away. I went, kind of measured the head with the body of the Marine, went, okay, this is going to work. Went ahead and made about 20 plus copies of the head, and found one that would work well and just put it on there. So gave that to my son for Christmas, and he absolutely loved it. He says, I got a special place for this one, Dad. And no, it's not in the trash can. He really thought that was neat. So yay. Big score for me for Christmas, to be able to do something for one of my kids that he really liked. Kind of fun and unique. So, big score for me as well. Of course, there's other ways to paint white armor, but again, you guys remember, I do things as cheaply, if you will, as quick and cheap as I can, as efficiently as I can. I guess that's a good way to put it. And instead of trying all these other brush paints for that, I found that the method that I showed you guys there worked out really, really well for me. I don't edge highlight well. I just started doing that, but it's something I'm going to continue to practice until I get a lot better at. White is hard to edge highlight anyway. It doesn't show up as well, but it was good practice for me. So that was a fun piece for me to do. Then we had on the Kit Hoarder stash, we had that 3 models of the Sanguinary Guard, and I actually have the Combat Patrol. When it first came out a couple of months ago for the Blood Angels, it had 6 of these figures, three of each. So I was kind of familiar with them. I went ahead and built the 3 that I showed you on Thursday. Yes, I got them built already, built and painted. And tomorrow we're going to be doing a tutorial. Not really much of a tutorial, because tutorial kind of, to me, a tutorial is lots of video showing you the hands-on type stuff, and that's not exactly what I did here. There's a lot of tutorials out there on how to paint gold armor. Again, I did it quick, cheap, and easy. So if you want to see how that worked, check it out, because yeah, it was quick. Here's another gold figure I got, but he's not as gold. He's just gold, as in like Tamiya, like probably Tamiya gold or something like that, you know, airbrushed. Now the ones that I did of the Sanguinary Guard, I think you're gonna like them because they are shiny and pretty. Well, kind of, sort of. Had to tone them down a bit, and we'll show you folks how I did that. It was again a fun project. I'm enjoying the heck out of what I'm doing with all these little Warhammer things. So anyway, tune in tomorrow and check out how those three guys turned out in their gold armor. Oh, Christmas with all the grandkids. It was fun. The ones that were here during the time that we opened the gifts, it was great, but the food around here for Christmas, that's really the best part. In the morning, we have what's called bubble bread. It's been a tradition for 30 years here. And it is a rising, like those Rhodes dough, well, whatever they're called, rolls. We cheat and use those because they're very, very good. But that, we add some other things in, and then we cook it, and it gives you kind of a brown sugary, molassesy glaze on these rolls that is just, oh my goodness, it's amazing. My kids, it's what they live to come over for on Christmas morning. So we had that, you know, prime rib for dinner. It was just, oh man, it was a great Christmas here. Yes, I got a few Warhammer pieces. Yes, I got some other really cool things that I could use, including, you know, a bunch of coffee, different types of coffee. My family wanted me to branch out, I guess, into some other tastes. So I'm going to be sampling some different coffees here for, the next month or so. Easy. The weather outside has been not quite so frightful. It's actually been in the 40s, upwards, some days close to 50, which for this time of year, it's usually right on Christmas Eve, and then extending for about the next 2 weeks. We just get dumped on usually with snow, and it's cold and nasty and just, you know, real letdown from Christmas. This year, we got a light dusting of snow overnight, just a dusting, and by later in the morning, it was completely gone, and the sun was out for a while. It's been, like I said, in the 40s here. We've had a lot of rain. Thank goodness it's not colder, or we would have had a lot of snow. So it's just been very rainy, which means the backyard is just mud. But it's livable for me to be out here and do some work, and of course down in my office I've been doing a lot of figure painting, and we talked about that I did these little gold guys here just the last few days. I have a good friend who, he finally got and I say finally got because he's been talking about it for a long time, a 3D printer. So he's been 3D printing a bunch of stuff. Let's see, I think I showed you guys before Flash that he made for me and him. He's made larger figures of Jack Sparrow and Davy Jones. He's got a big Yoda that he made. A few other things that he's been doing. And every once in a while he does some smaller stuff as well. Ammo cans, gas cans, parts for Shermans. He's going to be doing some more Pacific Sherman stuff. But what's really cool is he made, and he got these from Colts 3D. There are several different downloads that you can get, and he got these downloads of a plasma pistol blast and also the bolter pistol blast. and he went ahead and 3D printed those for me. So I have some of those on these figures. And tomorrow, when you get to see the Sanguinary Guard that I put together and painted up, some of them have these muzzle blasts. They are so cool. If you have a 3D printer, have a way to get something like this made, man. And it's not just for the Warhammer. I mean, I could use these for 35th scale figures. I could use them for all sorts of stuff. These muzzle blasts are way cool. So you'll have to check them out tomorrow as well. Well, speaking of which, I'm going to get back to more modeling. I'm trying to get my army finished up. It's coming along nice, but man, there is a lot of painting to do. So I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to let you folks go. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you tomorrow for me putting together and painting my Sanguinary Guard. Take care, folks.